we got some great news about upcoming changes coming to Dragonheir Silent Gods. I've already covered this in a couple of different videos before, guys, just briefly, but starting from the 30th of April, you will be able to summon legendary heroes from Starlight Dice. On top of that, they are actually hosting a bit of an event where you are going to be able to just simply log in into the game and collect 100 free Starlight Dice, guys. This will give you a massive push to your account, regardless if it's a brand new account or not. So personally, I think I will start a second account as a free-to-play, but I'm going to explain you all that in a second. Plus, in today's video, I'm going to explain you everything that you need to know about the upcoming changes. What is the drop rate for the Starlight Dice? What heroes are in the pool? And what exactly you need to do in order to collect those 100 free summons. Before that, I just want to say that this video is sponsored by Dragonheir Silent Gods, so I just want to say a massive thank you to them for continuing to support our channel and our content. And if you guys are new to the channel or you haven't tried Dragonheir Silent Gods, now is literally the perfect moment. 100 free summons are waiting for you guys to literally boost your progression. This will definitely be a very nice push for every new player. So in order to collect the summons, you need to be level 3. Just play for a little bit and in no time you will reach level 3. Now, if you guys want to download the game, you can do so by clicking the link in the description down below or in the pinned comment or by scanning the QR code you see on the screen. Quickly to give you an update of what I mentioned before. Yes, I am thinking to start a second account on Dragonheir, guys, and it will be a free-to-play account starting from Season 1. I know a lot of you guys, part of the community, right, are either in Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, so I just kind of like want to be able to provide guides for all of you, and by doing so, I think it's a pretty good idea, at least for a period of time, to play a second account, right, and not go crazy on it, just go casual, and let's be honest, Dragonheir in general, it won't take you so much time, you know, so I think I can definitely keep up the step with that, you know, but I'm gonna let you know, I'm kind of like 95% sure that I'll be doing it, you know. With this, some people might be like, well, now we're going to have some form of a reroll system for Dragonheir Silent Gods. Talking about drop rates. So at the moment, the Starlight Summons, guys, has a 0% chance to summon a legendary hero. This will change to a 0.2%. Now, you will get Starlight Dice in abundance by playing the game. Literally left and right, you can collect quite a few during a season. I would say during a season, you can collect in between 300, 400 to 500 based on how hard are you pushing in the game, you know, on the rankings, how advanced is your account, what sort of vortex you're hitting, etc. You know, it's basically how good are you playing the game, you know. So you can collect a lot of Starlight Dice. Now, one thing that is still unknown is, are we going to have a mercy to it or no? We still don't know that, unfortunately, but most probably we are going to find that out either a few days before, either once the changes are in the game. You know, right here, you have a mercy for your 5th attempt for a rare hero, and an epic hero mercy at the 35th attempt. So overall, you do have mercy for everything. So hopefully they will input one for legendaries as well, even if it's 200 or something like that. It's still a pretty good summon. Now, one thing that I think is great, and some people might say is not. Right now, if you are kind of like summoning with a horn, right, you have a specific pool of heroes that you can summon from here. Okay, you cannot summon every single hero in the game, and this one right here doesn't have a mercy in general. So you can go 1, 2, 3 seasons without summoning any legendaries, and then you can go 1 week and summon 3, 4, 5 of them. You know, it's pretty crazy. It's all based on the RNG. In the beta, in Season 1, I summoned none. In the second season, in 1 week, I summoned 2 legendaries from the horn. So that was like pretty mind-blowing, you know. But since I haven't summoned another legendary again, I think it will be in a way or another similar with the Starlight Dice, but I hope it will have a mercy, and that will kind of like give players something to look forward to, because the hero pool is exactly the same like on the horn. Now, why I think that's good? One of the main issues that we have currently in the game is acquiring legendary artifacts. Getting a dupe hero, especially as free-to-play, if you're not lucky or unlucky, depending on how you want to look at it, it can take you quite a while. So having the same drop rate for the Starlight and the Horn, I see this more of a way on how we can acquire legendary artifacts. So let's just say you summon, I don't know, a Hochadir from the Horn. Then from the Starlight, you summon another Hochadir. That will quickly allow you to go right here and purchase your most desirable legendary artifact, you know? So it's not a bad thing to be able to do it. If you have all the hero pool in the Starlight dice as well, that again will still kind of like keep this issue on for everybody. It's pretty hard to get the dupes. But with this, I think it's definitely more achievable to get duplicates. Now, talking about the hero pool, guys, let me just quickly walk you through all of the heroes. So starting with the very top, we have Felicity from the fire element, and she's actually a pretty solid wild character. I don't personally have her, but I used her on the test server quite a bit to make different teams, and she's actually pretty nice. You have a crit damage aura in all battles. Then the passive, when a basic attack or battle skill triggers a critical hit, recharges the hero's ultimate energy by 5%, which is very, very nice because you're gonna rotate that much, much faster. The battle skill fires a fireball to deal fire damage to the enemy. The wild success rate is increased to 50%, and this skill can be cast up to 3 times, which can bring in a lot of damage. The ultimate fires a scorching ray, dealing fire damage 3 times to the enemy while ignoring their shield. So yes, she's definitely not a bad wild hero, and I would take her right now to use her in one of my wild teams. In Season 2, I had 2 or 3 wild teams running. 3 wild teams, so she would fit perfectly in one of them to boost the damage furthermore. Then, the next one that we have in the summoning pool will be Toar. He's probably the weakest out of all of them, to be honest with you, because he's a tank. He's pretty hard to use anywhere in the game at the moment, so hopefully he will get a bit of a rebalance in the future. You have accuracy for arena. The passive, each debuff on enemies on the field grant 2% damage reduction to the hero, and this can stack up to 10 times. The battle skill plants mushrooms around the enemies, which will taunt enemies within range for 5 seconds. This is the best skill on him because you can taunt enemies in PvP, for example, or even in PvE, like either the Feymander, either in the Pillar of Trials. You know, being able to taunt is a massive, massive thing. Gives you a bit the upper hand to recharge your ultimate energy faster and maybe kill the opponents. Then, when the mushroom dies, it deals derivative poison damage to the enemies within range with a 100% chance of inflicting 1 stack of poison for 10 seconds and a chance of inflicting blind for 5 seconds. So this is not bad. The only problem with him is he doesn't really bring any crazy healing on himself or anything that's going to be very, very effective, or crazy survivability or stuff like that, you know? The ultimate casts a spore cloud that exists for 4 seconds, dealing derivative poison damage to enemies within range, and he has a chance to put accuracy penalty. If the enemies are under poison, he will have a chance to put attack penalty too. So he's a bit too conditional, and the area is basically melee, so you're not going to be able to attack enemies that are in distance, only the ones that are close to you. So that's another thing that kind of like puts me off from using Toar. I haven't used him almost at all, just for doing a bit of testing, you know. Then the next hero that we have on the list, guys, is going to be Suta, and she is a dauntless hero for whatever reason. There we go. I actually summoned Sura from the Horn myself, and yeah, is a dauntless hero. You have attack speed for dungeons, 45%. Dauntless heroes, they benefit a lot from it. Very good attack. The passive, when the hero triggers a critical hit against the target, a phantom will be generated. The phantom then launches a follow-up attack, dealing lightning damage to the target. The follow-up attack is counted as a basic attack. Then you have the battle skill, launches a double hit slash at an enemy to deal lightning damage twice. This skill is counted as a basic attack, and it only requires 70% crit rate because it will give you an additional 30% crit rate. And it's the same for the ultimate. You only really need 70% crit rate on this character. Charges with the axe and swings it 5 times. Great for the Witch's Remains or the Crown of the Unclean in a Dauntless comp. dealing lightning damage each time to the enemy. The attacks are counted as basic attacks as well. An enemy killed by this skill cannot be resurrected. So you can find a more niche use for her in the Feymander when Mithrasish is there to annoy you, or maybe even in Arena. So definitely not a bad Dauntless hero. Personally, I don't really have any other solid Dauntless legendaries to be able to make a very good team with them, you know. And being melee is a bit harder to use versus the bosses, you know. Then we have Sagomir, who probably is my most wanted out of this summoning pool, you know. Pretty awesome tank, man. Defense base for the Radiance element, defense aura for Arena. He has this crazy passive where he provides a carrot at a regular interval to the ally with the lowest current HP, granting 1 stack of recovery over time, and recharges their ultimate energy by 20%. This can be used to your advantage and exploited so much in PvP and PvE. Is a very crazy passive. Very, very good passive. Then, the battle skill has a chance to taunt, puts debuff immunity and defense up on himself. And the ultimate gives you attack penalty and accuracy penalty, which is pretty good. So, overall, yeah, he's a solid legendary hero. And I cannot wait, hopefully, to put my hand on him with the Starlight Dice summons that I already have saved up. Then, we have, of course, Hochadir. He is a pretty decent hero. I used him in the Bera Season 1, Season 2. In the Season 2, I only really used him in the Otherworld event versus the Chaos Shadow bosses. Now, he is damage dealer / tank. Frost damage dealers need other heroes to apply the Frost for them to really take them to the next level, and that's what Hochadir does. He has this passive where he extends the Frost, and targets will explode if they die while under a Frost debuff, which is pretty nice. With the battle skill again, you're gonna basically have a chance to apply Frost, and with the ultimate you put attack up on all of the Frost allies, and then deal damage and inflict Frost. So not a bad character if you're planning to use him in your Frost team. You know, he's a pretty solid one because he applies it, he gives you the attack up, which can be really, really beneficial. And moving over to the next character that we have on, which is of course from the Necrosis element, and that is the last one, is Ripcast. Another solid tank. He is my second most wanted from there, and then is Felicity on the list. And yeah, he can be very annoying in many, many cases. The passive, the hero gains healing equal to 50% of the healing enemies receive. The skill only takes effect once during a period of time. Imagine having Garius going in with his ultimate and bang, you're getting 50% of that healing. It's pretty damn nice without doing anything, right? Then the battle skill unleashes a wide range slash with a 100% chance of knocking up enemies within range, and has a chance to stun them too, which gives you a massive advantage because if you control them early, you're gonna use your ultimate skill before they do. And with the ultimate, launches 3 spirit attacks at enemies, dealing necrotic damage. So this can be ranged actually, and basically he has a chance to land some of these random debuffs, either attack penalty, recharge speed penalty, healing prohibition, buff prohibition, accuracy penalty, and he reduces your ultimate energy. So yeah, I would say Sagomir and Ripcast are probably the best pulls out of this, you know, and looking forward to hopefully put my hand on both of them, because they're actually pretty cool. He's very good for Arena, Feymander, Pillar of Trials, you know. So how I mentioned, I personally think that if your main concern is a legendary artifact, the way we have this system implemented is going to be just right, because you're going to get dupes more often than you would get dupes from Heliolite Dice, allowing you to put your hand on powerful legendary artifacts, you know. So I know some of you guys say that you would like to have all of the heroes in the summoning pool. I think I would like that as well, but at the same time, just thinking in general as the rest of the players, right? I already have most of the legendary artifacts that I need. Most of you guys are not in that fortunate situation, so I feel like this would benefit you more in this format, you know? If you have a limited pool of heroes, it's more likely to get duplicates and purchase legendary artifacts. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. As usual, appreciate every single one of you guys watching. Much love. Thanks again to Dragonheir for sponsoring today's video, and if you guys want to get involved and get your 100 free summons, head over to the link in the description down below or in the pinned comment, or scan the QR code you see on the screen. I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.